Hey guys, it's Caddy here. And today I'm going to do a cooking vlog. Well, let me set the camera up again. Okay. I'm going to be doing a cooking vlog today. So, first I'm going to be doing the dishes. So that's important to do before you start cooking. And today I'm going to be doing a spaghetti dish. Right now I'm going to be doing, like I said, the dishes. I'll show you guys how I do the dishes. Okay. So, alright. Okay. Oh, almost tripped. Okay, don't do that when you're trying to cook. Don't trip. Okay, so right now I'm just gonna finish up doing the dishes so that I can put the strainer in there. Make sure the water is somewhat hot, but not too hot for your hands. And you want to make sure you get all, if you've had the dishes in the sink for a while, you want to make sure you get all the stuff off of it that was left over when you use it. That way it won't be all dirty when you take it out. Yeah, I guess you guys get it. My phone never stops buzzing. Now, some of the dishes I am going to leave in the sink just because they're not going to bother what I'm doing. Plus, there's not really enough room in my dishwasher to put everything in there. Tank, no. Sorry, my dog was trying to get the dishes. You gonna help Sissy clean the dishes, huh? Tank, no, down. Down. Good boy. So, before you start cooking, you always want to wash your hands to make sure your hands are clean. Ow, that's hot. Make sure the water's not too hot for your hands, like I just did. Always wash your hands before you start cooking anything, especially when you're cooking for other people. Okay, so dishes are done. If I can get the dishwasher to stop. Oh, guys, I think I broke the dishwasher. Nope. Got it. Sorry. Having a rough time. Camera fell. Okay, so I've got spaghetti noodles, which is what you want to use for this dish. And I've got olive oil, which is what I'm using. And I've got parsley and garlic salt and pepper for the chicken. So I'm using the garlic salt and the parsley and the salt the pepper for the chicken when I start cooking it. You always want to make sure if you're using raw meat or like chicken otherwise, you want to make sure you wash your hands afterwards because salmonella is a thing. Salmonella is a thing. I can't pronounce it, but it's a thing. And it's not so good for you to have leftover chicken juice on you when you're cooking other things. Okay, so what you want to do is, sorry you guys can't really see the chicken, but you want to cut it up into little pieces. I'll show you what kind of little pieces I mean in a minute. Hold on. Just getting it started right now. So, this is what I mean. Hold on, I'm trying to get it. So that's the little pieces that you want to cut them into, if you can see them. So, I'm going to start cutting the chicken up. Make sure you don't cut your hands. You want to be very, very careful with the sharp knife. And pretty much you do the same thing like this the whole time. And I'm going to show you how you heat up the pan in a minute. I thought I just cut my finger. That scared me. So, you want to heat up your pan. Like, you want to put a pan my gosh, this camera's hard. You want to use a pan that's like this, like that. And you want to heat up the pan first on high. You want to make sure there's no plastic on the stove or anything that can burn. And so while that's heating up, I'm gonna spray this with Pam. This is the kind of Pam that I use. And put the chicken in. And I'm gonna put, you cook chicken on low on the stove because chicken cooks really fast. And you don't want to burn it, you don't want to make it dry. You want it to be nice and juicy. Then it gives you time, if you have chicken, if you have 2 pieces of chicken, it gives you time to cut the other pieces up. So it's kind of hard with this knife. I wasn't really prepared to use a different knife, but it's okay. Sorry, my dog wants to come out for a little bit, so just bear with me with that. She's making noises. I'm going to let her out in a little bit after I'm done with this. Because they just ate. My dogs just ate food. Just fed them. Hold on, Lily Buns. I call her Lily Buns because she's so small. She's my little baby. Okay. Now my chicken is all cut up. Dropped a piece. Doesn't matter, the stove is clean. So I'm gonna put my dirty dishes in here and throw away the wrappers. And like I said, you always want to wash your hands afterwards. Because salmonella is really bad. Don't want to get sick or make other people sick. So okay, so my chicken is on the stove. I'm going to show it to you. That's what it looks like. And I'm going to turn the camera a little bit for you guys so you can see me cooking. Hold on, guys. I'm still trying to figure this out. Woo! Dropped, you guys. don't know if that's not gonna work. Alright, well, that'll have to do because I can't figure out how to set that up real well, so. So I'm going to turn up just a little bit so that it takes less time. I'm going to turn it up to like 4. Because this chicken is going to take a really long time to cook. So I'm going to have to watch it. So I'm putting the pepper on it. You don't want to put a lot if you don't like it spicy. And I put some parsley on it just to add some color to it. And then a little bit of garlic salt. And the olive oil I add like later on. I think the pan's burning. So guys, this takes a long time to cook. Alright. So I can put these away. Except for the parsley, because I need that again. And after I cook the chicken, I'm going to boil the water after the chicken's almost done. So, I don't know. So, I'm gonna let my dog out because she's making noises. And while that's cooking... Okay, don't knock me over, puppies, please. And don't sound like you're killing each other. Sorry, my dogs tend to fight with each other a lot. They're not vicious or anything. They're very playful with each other. And they don't like to share things. So, you might hear them growling at each other a little bit, guys, and making a lot of noise. So, I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in there. I'm not sure. Just a little bit because you don't want it to like splatter in your face. Like a very tiny bit because olive oil is very flammable. So that it won't stick. Or it'll go smoothly. Takes some time. But once you get the chicken going, it'll go really smooth. As you can hear my cat playing around. He's meowing at us. And my dogs are playing with their toys. Want to see my dogs? I know this is a cooking vlog, but there are my dogs. There's one. That's Tank. And I'm tripping over their bowl. Lily, look. Look at the camera. Lily. Lily. See, that's Lily. Not sure if you saw her jumping up to the camera, but tried to film her. They really like to play with their toys a lot. But they like to jump a lot too. They're funny. So the chicken is starting to cook a little bit more. So I might want to get the water boiling. But I'll wait a little bit longer. Not all the pieces are all the way cooked. Or halfway cooked. Alright guys, shh, shh. They're puppies, so they're gonna growl a lot. Hey, puppies! Shh. Tank and Lily. Hello! Shh. Quiet. Be nice to each other and share. Okay. So, I'm going to get the water boiling. Not sure what kind of bowl I need to use, but it's like a soup bowl, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to get the strainer out. Hold on. I'm having difficulties. Technical difficulties, guys. And when you use a pot, you want to rinse it out sometimes. In case there's like leftover stuff or like whatever in it. Like cobwebs or whatever. They have an old cabinet. I've got the water right there. Not gonna boil that yet. Alright. I want to get this started again. Get this cooking. So I'm pretty new at cooking. I just learned how to do this. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to do it as best as possible. That's what I want. I've got 2 burners going, so I got one for the pot boiling and one for the chicken. Because the chicken is almost ready. So that's when I boil that's when you boil the water when the chicken's almost partly done. So that you don't get the pasta done before the chicken is, because that's not good. Chicken takes longer. You always cook the longest one first. And what you wanna do with the chicken is you wanna cut pieces open. If you think it's done, it may not be done on the inside. So you really want to make sure it's done on the inside. So you cut it open a little bit to see if it's pink on the inside. And if it is, that's not done yet. It should be white all the way. From top to bottom. That's what you want it. Oh my gosh, yeah, so. It's like my second time making this thing, so I don't usually cook. But I figured I would do a cooking vlog for you guys because I wanted to try it out and try different things with my vlogs. See what you guys like the most. And when you boil water, you usually want to put salt in it to make it boil faster. If I can find my salt. Where did she put the damn salt? Sorry guys for language. Hold on. Mom, where did you put the salt? Yeah, where is it though? You're saying it's on the counter, but I don't see it.
Are you recording it? Yeah.
Yes, I'm recording, Mom. That's why I asked where the salt is. I'm cooking. Okay, so I got the salt. I'm going to put a little amount of salt in there so that it boils faster. Helps it. Now I'm picking up this dish before somebody falls because I keep tripping over the dang dish. Anyways, guys, sorry this is taking us like too long, but oh well. So guys, I want to show you what it looks like right now. It looks white, and it's still a little bit pink, so you want to cook it for a little bit longer when it looks like that. But that means it's almost done. Just wanted to show you guys that. It's pissing me off. And if it seems like too soft, then that means it's not done also. You want it a little bit tough, but not too tough to where it's dry and chewy. You just want it to be to withstand things. So when you put salt in that, in the pot that you boil water in, I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but that's what it looks like usually. Because it's starting to boil. Because it helps it, like I said, it helps it boil faster. Oh my gosh, this phone doesn't want to stop falling, guys. I'm so sorry. So sorry about that. I need a better place to put it. Lily, down. Down! Sorry, guys. Sometimes you gotta get tough with your animals. Sometimes you gotta yell at them a little bit for them to listen. They're puppies right now, so they gotta learn. They gotta learn to stay down and not jump. Stuff like that. Lily, that's not for you. Stop. Now you guys might think that I'm being mean to them, but I'm really not. It's just like, it's to get them to listen. You gotta be stern with them. So while that's cooking, Lily, stop it. Get down. While that's cooking, I wanna show you Lily. Lily, stop. Stay. Sit. Sit. Lily, sit. Sit. No, take down. Down, sit. No, that's not. Are you dancing? Are you dancing? You cutie. Look, that's Lily. That's Tank. So there they are. Aren't you guys so cute? Anyways, guys, back to the cooking. It's just, I don't want it to be boring. It's taking so long, guys. Sorry. I'm going to turn it up a little bit so that it'll start cooking more. There we go. I needed that sizzle. That's the sizzle that you want. Yeah! Sorry. That's what you want there. Alright, phone. This is just not helpful. I got the dogs jumping around and the phone ringing. This is not helpful. No, it's not. Sorry, guys, about the interruptions. It's very distracting in my house because the phone always rings or the dogs or the cat are always making noises. So, apologize for the interruptions. So, the water is starting to boil. So I'm going to let that do its thing. And then, what else do I need? Smells like the pan's burning, so. Sometimes if you smell like something's burning, sometimes you want to check to see if you're burning your pan or you're burning the food or something. Sometimes the pan burns if it's too high on a stove. Where's the salt? Let me try to see if that'll work. That might work better. Just put the chicken on a smaller thing. So, the water is actually almost boiled. Like, it's got little bubbles. That's what you want to see for the water to be, like, boiled. You want to see, like, big bubbles bubbling up. And those small bubbles means it's about to bubble up. Like, it's about to, boil. Where's that knife? Actually, I'm gonna use a different knife because I was watching it. Hey, don't do that. Don't be fighting. No, Tank, don't bite. Okay, be nice to each other. Sorry, that was not English. That was very poor. Be nice to each other. See, it sounds like they're killing each other, but they're really not. They're just playing. I just scared you. Alright, don't be... Dude, that was... Oh my gosh, guys. They make me laugh. Hi. You want to say hi? Tank, let me... See, you don't like to share, do ya? See, look. This is my Tanky. He's a cutie pie. Don't burn yourself on the stove, okay? He's giving me kisses. He's very loving. Just not towards his sister. Ow, there. Okay, come here, Emily. This is Lily. Isn't she so cute? She's the smaller one of the two. Okay, no jumps. Down. Okay. Tank, you don't listen. Down. Stop. Tank, no. Enough. That is enough. You're getting too rough. Alright, guys. Puppies. You ever get puppies? They're pretty frustrating, but they're very cute. So, very cute, and I love them, but they're very frustrating. Well, I want to put that on high because that's the water boiling. It's going to be a pretty long vlog, and I hope it's interesting for you guys, but tried to make it as interesting as possible. Gotta wait for the water to boil. The chicken's done. I've got this pasta that I'm going to put in the water after it's boiled. And then you want to use a strainer for it. The blue thing right there. You want to strain it out and not have any water in it. And then you want to put butter in the noodles. Make sure those are buttered so that they're not sticking together. So the chicken is done. Pretty sure it's done. So I am going to put this. That's off the hot burner. If I had more places to put things, I would. So the water is starting to boil again. More because I put it on high. It was on low before. That's probably why it wasn't boiling so fast. But, watched pot never boils. Ever heard that? Really, this dish is pretty easy. It just takes some time to do. It just takes a lot of time. Because of the chicken, it takes forever. Hear that sizzling? That's the water starting to boil. If you hear that. I don't know if you guys hear that. It's starting to boil. Right there. It's starting to boil. That does not mean that the pot is burning. That just means it's starting to boil. Okay, get down, Tank. You're not... No, down. This is hot. Down. Go. Go. No, go. Go. You do not jump near a hot stove. No. Thank you. You have to let me focus on cooking. I'm going to burn things. You know Sissy don't know how to cook. Well, I kind of do in a way, but I'm kind of new at it. Tank, get down. What are you doing? I know you want to be held, but you need to stay down. I get it, though. I know you want to be held. Lily, you too. Stay down. You don't listen. You need to be listening. Lily. Down. I know, cutie pie, but you need to get down. So, I'm going to show you the water again. See? It's kind of boiling in a way. See that? But you want it like bigger bubbles than that. Oh, my phone is going to break one day because I keep dropping it. I always drop my phone. I'm so clumsy, guys. It's not even funny. Plus, this counter is really slippery, so I need something to put it on next time I cook. Anyways, but, so, I'm going to start the pasta now, since it's boiling. It helps to break up some of the pastas, some of the spaghetti noodles, because it will cook faster and it's easier to get into the bowl or the pot. Sometimes it's easier if you break them a little bit at a time. Because it is kind of hard to break them up if it's all at once. I'm not really strong. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not very strong, so. Oops, I broke one. You guys are eating the spaghetti noodles, aren't you? That I'm spreading all over the place. They'll figure it out. It's not good for them. Sometimes you just gotta let them learn. Don't fight over them. That's not a thing to fight over. No. No! Then when you get the spaghetti noodles in there, you want to stir them up. I'm only using this spoon because there's no other spoons for me to use, so that I can see of. So when you get the spaghetti noodles into the bowl and it's boiling and you've stirred it up already, you want to like stir it occasionally. You don't want to stir it all the time, or else the noodles will get rough and sticky. You don't want that. That's not good to have in your mouth. It's really gross. I've done that before. Trust me, guys. I've cooked spaghetti before. And I kept stirring it, and it ended up being too rough and sticky, and it's gross, so. So, I guess now we just wait for the noodles to be cooked. Because I don't think I have anything else to put into the pasta, so. Except olive oil and parsley. Maybe a little bit of garlic salt or regular salt. And a little bit of pepper to add flavoring. I think this is a little bit of a small bowl, but. Or pot. I keep calling it a bowl. It's a pot, but. It doesn't matter what it's called. It's the same thing. Same difference. Excuse yous. Careful. I'm a little bit too lazy to get another pot. So feel like just leaving it in here. Guys, get away from the stove. You're not... Okay, really? Okay, be gentle with her. She's smaller than you, Tank. Be gentle. Remember, you're gonna hurt her. Be gentle. I know you're playing with her, but you could hurt her that way. And then I'm gonna get some tongs. That would help a little better. Sometimes tongs helps with spaghetti when you have a lot of it. I used the whole box, so. Oops. Spraying water everywhere. That's why I told the dogs to stay clear of me. Because I spray water when I cook. I might need to put more water in it because it is. Oh my gosh, dude. Really, this kitchen needs to be clean. This kitchen really needs a cleaning. There we go. That's enough water, I guess. So you want it to soak in there a little bit longer. That's what you do to check if it's soft enough for you to eat. Some people like it a little bit undercooked, and some people don't. Some people like it soft. Some people like it a little bit undercooked, but you don't want it too undercooked. Otherwise, it'll be crunchy. That was crunchy. So, okay. This is a long video, guys. I'm so sorry. It's like, I didn't think this dish would take so long. It's just pasta and chicken. You know? That's what I thought about it. But, oh well, everybody makes mistakes, so you live and you learn. Just make a faster dish next time. Okay. So that should be done by now. Okay. So you drain it out. You want to be careful not to burn yourself because the pot will be heavy. So, this is what you do to drain it out. You put it in a strainer. Like this. You put it in a strainer like that. And then you just swish it around and get all the water out of it into the sink. Alright, and then after you strain it out, you want to put a little bit of butter in it because you don't want the noodles to clump up and get all hard. I'm trying to see if there's any open butter. Just want to put you don't want to put a whole stick in there. Just want to put a little bit in there. Now, don't do this at home. Do it on a cutting board. I'm only doing this to fasten it up because it's a long video. Got butter all over my hands. Ow, fuck. Excuse my language. Sorry, guys. No, I'm not using these anymore. Hold on. That's hard. Now I'm putting olive oil in it. Now I got my olive oil, and I'm putting that in it. That's about as much as you need. I don't measure, so... I made a little bit of a mess, guys, but if you guys make a mess, clean it up after yourself. Make sure you do that. Where's the pepper? And then I got salt. But I'm only putting a little bit of salt because I don't really like salt that much. And then I'm going to put some more garlic salt in it. Which is this kind. There we go. So, I'll show you my finished products, and then I'm going to end the video. Look out. That's why I said look out, Lily. There's my chicken, and there's my pasta. Oh, sorry, that's still the chicken. There's my pasta, there's my chicken, and that's the finished product. It's pretty easy. Just takes a little bit of a long time. But with that said, have yourselves a very nice day. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Comment down below what other videos you would like me to do next. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social medias. My Instagram is Caddy Robinson and my Facebook is Caddy Robinson. I do not have a Twitter. And hit the bell notification to be notified whenever I upload. With that said, have a very nice day.